An incompetent Buhari considered you too incompetent for second term. Bwala blast as a minister. Can you imagine? So Bwala now has now gone back to APC to start talking to a point now that he's now giving it back to everybody that comes his way. Is this normal? Are you sure this is normal? Okay. Our team compare. So Dalung served as minister under the Buhari administration from 2015 to 2019. So reacting to Dalung's comment, Bwala criticized Dalung's tenure as minister, labeling him multi-dimensionally incompetent. Can you imagine? So again, what the Dalung said that made Bwala now to start, insulting him. Okay. In his words, Solomon Dalung, I searched for your handle on Twitter, but can't find you. Hence, this mode of reply to your tweet and me and Bayananuga. Ha. So I would have loved to engage you, assuming you offered an intellectually robust alternative to Tinubu's governance approach rather than baseless insult. So, but when I recall how incompetent you were in the assignment given to you when you were a minister under Buhari, to the point that an incompetent Buhari administration considered you too incompetent to be trusted for a second term, I realized the need to ignore you because your case is that of someone suffering from multidimensional incompetence. So generally, Solomon Dalung was trying to accuse this government, and without looking back, the Bayan, what is his name, Daniel Bwala, now has to respond on behalf of himself and Bayananuga, replying to what Solomon Dalung had said. So this is a very serious one, I tell you the truth. So Bwala now is blasting Solomon Dalung that, look, you were so incompetent that even the incompetent Buhari saw you to be too incompetent to give you a second term. So it was after doing his ministerial work between 2015 and 2019, he was relieved of the role and was given to someone else. So now he's saying that with what Solomon Dalung said about Tinubu's government, that, he would have gone to Twitter, but didn't find him on Twitter. That is why he's coming to respond to him in this manner. So the former minister, actually, that's Solomon Dalung, slammed Tinubu government for blaming Buhari's regime. So I can see where the whole thing is coming from. Former Minister of Solomon Dalung has criticized the Tinubu's-led government for consistently attributing Nigeria's economic challenges to ex-President Muhammadu Buhari. So in a series of posts on his S account on Monday, Dalung argued that if Tinubu's administration devoted the same resources and effort used during elections and tribunals to tackle security and economic issues, significant improvement could be achieved. So he emphasized that simply blaming Buhari for economic woes wouldn't alleviate the hardship faced by the people. Dalung expressed disdain for attempts to shift blame to Buhari and others within his government. Okay, stating that it was hypocritical. He questioned whether bulk trading was the only solution proposed by the economic team, highlighted the urgency of addressing hunger and the high cost of living in Nigeria. So Dalung also criticized the reckless economic policies implemented by Tinubu's government, such as subsidy withdrawal without adequate measures, currency devaluation without stimulating production, and high governance costs. So he argued that blaming Buhari for these issues was unjustified. So acknowledging Buhari's failure to fulfill the change promise, Dalung maintained that the responsibility for Nigeria's economic woes lies with Tinubu's government due to its reckless policies. So he called for accountability and urged Tinubu's administration to take responsibility for its actions rather than deflecting blame onto others like Buhari Bagam. Okay, so he said the attempt to change narratives of Bola Tinubu from "Don't pity me, I look for the job and got it" to blaming Buhari by uh, Bu- uh, by Bwala Daniel and Bayanonoga, 1956, and co-travelers is uncharitable hypocrisy. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu knew all these problems, yet he snatched power and ran away with it. So blaming Buhari for economic woes cannot address the economic situation confronting the people. Can bulk trading be only solution for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his economic team? The pregnant situation deserves urgent prescription. Hunger and high cost of living is at unbearable level. So I see exactly where Daniel Bwala is responding from. An empty stomach does not listen to the voice of the gospel. The echoes of concerns, especially traditional rulers, cannot be ignored. I lend my voice to it. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, hunger is a recipe for disaster. Can you sit back at home and engage broadly if your wisdom cannot provide solutions? So if Bola Ahmed Tinubu deploys the same energy, knowledge, tactics, and money during elections and tribunal to deal with Nigerian security and economic challenges, things will change. Why has the steam suddenly changed to blaming Daura? You have snatched power, or you have performed your Lagos miracle. This Dalung self was very harsh. I tell you the truth. So all machineries hired for a paradigm shift for blame game failed to explain the reckless economic policies of subsidy withdrawal without shock absorber mechanisms, floating the naira without stimulating production, corruption, and high governance costs. Is Buhari also responsible? No. So all those appealing for sacrifice are dishonest. What else are the people expected to sacrifice? Their lives? All imperatives of survival have been snatched by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, IMF-induced economic policies. Yet the body language of the Bola Ahmed Tinubu government is that of Owambe shame. It's a shame. So Nigerians cannot sacrifice under rudderless leadership. Okay, has the Bola Ahmed Tinubu government accounted for proceeds of subsidy withdrawal since May 29, 2023? What moral high grounds are they blaming? Buhari, who left FX at 700 naira to £1, rice is 35 naira, 35 naira to, okay, and cement is 3,000 naira, okay, per bag. All these have tripled. There's no regret whatsoever. We thought of changing the social order. The failure of Muhammadu Buhari to deliver change is inexcusable. However, it is not responsible for the self-inflicted economic woes caused by Bola Ahmed Tinubu's reckless economic policies without human face. Oh boy, this guy blasts too. He really blasts, I tell you the truth. He blasted seriously. So we take full responsibility for the failures of the Buhari government to deliver on the change mandate. Buhari should be excused from the economic woes induced by a deficiency of ideas. This buck pushing is mercenary tactics of distracting attention from taking responsibility. I tell you, Solomon Dalung finished this government for blaming Buhari for all its failures. The same way Buhari blamed the PDP for failures. Okay, the 8 years Buhari was blaming PDP. Now PDP is gone. Now Tinubu is in. Tinubu is now blaming Buhari now. So blame game is the logo of APC. I tell you the truth, it's blame game. So now that Solomon Dalung has blasted the Tinubu's government, including Bayananuga and Daniel Bwala. Bwala is now responding to him, saying that he has looked through his, looked through the Twitter, or otherwise known as X, and couldn't find the page for Dalung. That's why he's choosing this way to respond to him. And what's the response? He just blasted him for that he was so incompetent that even the incompetent Buhari found him too incompetent to give him the second chance or second tenure. Okay, so Buhari sacked him after 4 years and did not bring him back again because he was too incompetent. That is Daniel Bwala's response to Dalung's charge against them for blaming Buhari for their failure. Yeah, Buhari failed, we agree. But current hardship that Nigerians are facing, Buhari is not the cause. It's Tinubu's reckless abandon, reckless removal of fuel subsidy without any mitigation, and floating of naira exchange rate without production in the country. Those are the reasons we are suffering, and they should stand up for their responsibility. That is it. I mean, no wonder Bwala was very angry. What this guy has given Bwala is just an uppercut. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.